was talking to her about how unique Bob and Rita's relationship is, and it's kind of an intense look into what a relationship looks like when you're almost playing second fiddle to a greater cause. But your chemistry is out of this world. How did you guys both, or how did you specifically approach the kind of capturing of the essence of Bob and Rita's relationship?
Spending time together. Lashana and I spent a lot of time together. I'm not saying that that's what you necessarily need to do. You get some great actors who can just turn up on the day and make that happen, but we had so much to talk about, and my process on this involved a lot of talking and needing to talk and wanting to talk to everyone and double and triple checking everything. So by the time we got to shooting, Lashana had 6 months of me just sort of ranting at her, and we you know, we spoke a lot about unconditional love and how we can, you know, find a way to bring that across without words necessarily. That was something that we spoke about really early on. So in the unspoken, that's where most can be felt, and so yeah, we just had a lot of great conversations. By the time we started shooting, Lashana and I, we'd spent a lot of time together, and we knew each other, and we knew what we wanted to achieve. So it was just about getting straight in, you know.
And even discussing like the topics together, like you said, about unconditional love, which are at the heart of the film. I love that, and the chemistry really comes across on screen. I think you guys were fantastic leads in the film.
Thank you.
Second question I want to ask you. I think Bob Marley is famous for his freedom of spirit worldwide, and I think there's no better example of this than his dancing, right? I think it's just so spontaneous, it's so instinctive. You can just feel the impulsiveness of the dancing. Now, I've never seen you cut shapes in the dance. I've never seen you. I mean, people are saying you were cutting shapes on the Barbie film, but somehow I think it's slightly different to what you were doing here. Did you do any physical preparation to make yourself the kind of Bob Marley dancing legend?
I had to watch him for months.
Really?
And I had to understand that I didn't know what was going on. All I knew was that when I was watching Bob, that there's a magnetism that was like something I've never seen, and I think it's something to do with Bob is connecting to, he's trying to communicate a message that means so much to him, and he really wants that message to be clear. So he's connecting to something higher than himself. He truly was in service, you know. He truly was in service when it came to his music and what he was doing with it, you know. His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, that there was a message that he was trying to communicate. And so I think it was, you know, it was a process of going, you know, we just have to try. And a lot of the takes that we did, you know, you have to do a lot of bad takes to get to one that feels close, you know. You can't choreograph Bob, you can't copy him, you can't imitate him.
I think it has to be that kind of spontaneous and instinctive feel. It might not be identical, but at least you're capturing that side of the essence, I think, which really came across. And a quick final question as well. You're from Northwest London, if I'm not mistaken. I know a lot of ballers from Northwest London, and you were kicking a few footballs in the film.
Yeah.
How much did you have to practice?
I'm not a good footballer.
You're not a good footballer.
And I watched Bob, and you go, he could have played semi-pro. And I was watching him, and I was like, it's low centre of gravity. So I got a coach from, I think, Arsenal or Chelsea came in and helped, and was like, because I'm a lot taller than Bob, I was like, how can I learn to, you know, it's low centre of gravity. It's like Messi and Maradona and those guys, they're smaller, so the way they are over the ball is different. But we did put a lot of work in it, because I was like, guys, I'm not going to be able to do this, you know, like, I can't kick ball, you know. I can play, but not very well, and I grew up with a lot of ballers. You know, I've grew up with people who are good at football. So yeah.
Listen, I reckon you got away with it to a good level.
I think I got away with it. Yeah,
and congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
I hope big things are going to happen with it as well. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Nice one.